Pero cuando llueve se acumula mucho el agua en ciertos lugares, como aquí enfrente, yo vivo mero enfrente, por la otra calle. Es un estancamiento de agua tremendo. Yo voy al daycare, pues cuando llueve les hablo y les digo, vengan en camioneta alta, porque si vienen en las vanes chiquitas, aquí va a quedarse el motor y ya no va a caminar, porque le entra el agua. Es bastante el agua que se acumula.
The problem that we face is that the water, it doesn't run as fast as in the cities. And so stays in the streets, damage the streets, and then people are not able to get out of the houses or take the kids to school because the buses don't go in all the way to the colonias when the water is flooding the streets.
It is low-income people, and particularly low-income people of color and more recent immigrants who are sort of on the front line of these problems of climate change, because their communities are often located in areas that are low-lying, flood-prone, and often outside of jurisdictions that build drainage systems and flood control ways that protect residents of cities from experiencing the effects of climate change.
The Drainage Initiative is a process that follows 3 lines of work: education, inclusive design, and outreach. First, we research about the challenges of drainage and flooding in the area and understand why some areas flood and what kind of infrastructure there is in place. The other part of the education component is ourselves learning about those challenges that people have. So for us, it's extremely important to talk to people and understand what are the realities within their neighborhood. We developed a system of community meetings where people were able to draw where it flooded, the open spaces that were abandoned or were not habitated. And with that information, we were able to produce some options. And we encourage the use of LID, or low-impact development strategies, because if we can solve the drainage problem while at the same time providing open space, then that's an opportunity that we're adding to the community. And when we finish those options, we develop a plan where they can use it as a tool to advocate for drainage improvements in their community. The outreach is where we develop meetings with the drainage officials, and we bring those residents to the table. And the good thing about this is that people are getting informed and they are able to talk about drainage in a different way. They used to not know about what a swell was or why did it flood. And now they're able to talk to engineers and discuss of ideas in their community.
Por ejemplo, cuando estábamos levantando las encuestas para lo del estudio de drenaje, estuvimos caminando en diferentes colonias y pudimos ver que habíamos aprendido, ya que al andar caminando nos dimos cuenta y decimos, la calle está desanivelada, por eso el agua no se va, la construcción está muy abajo, el drenaje no está bien delineado. O sea, pudimos ver que lo que nos habían enseñado, que los conocimientos que habíamos adquirido, los estábamos implementando en la colonia.
In the Colonia Spanish Palms, the county was proposing to build a large infrastructure project to the east of the Colonia. When we discussed with the neighborhood and the residents about the different problems, we understood that water was going the opposite side of that new infrastructure project. So when we developed the design process with the community, they were able to talk to the commissioner, and they built a system within the Colonia that now connects to the larger drainage system to the east.
We've been working with the Texas Water Development Board Colonia Drainage Study for the past 2 years. This study had happened, and the Lucha leaders, they themselves were able to pick out flaws because of things that we had learned. So the Texas Water Development Board turned around and they reassessed the metrics that they were using, and they're working on more detailed analysis. So this is all through community accountability.